The crucifixion of Jesus took place in Jerusalem during the rule of the Roman Empire, around the 1st century AD. Jesus was arrested by the Jewish authorities, who accused him of blasphemy and sedition against Rome. Jesus was brought before Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor of Judea, who found no fault in him but, under pressure from the crowd, sentenced him to death by crucifixion. This was a common form of execution for criminals and rebels in the Roman Empire. Before being crucified, Jesus was subjected to brutal treatment. He was scourged, a form of punishment involving whipping with a multi-lashed whip, which would have caused severe pain and injury. Roman soldiers also mocked him, placing a crown of thorns on his head and dressing him in a purple robe, pretending to honor him as a king. Jesus was then forced to carry the crossbeam, patibulum, of his cross through the streets of Jerusalem to the execution site, a place called Golgotha or Calvary. This journey, known as the Via Dolorosa or Way of Suffering, was likely physically exhausting and emotionally humiliating. At Golgotha, Jesus was nailed to the crossbeam and then lifted up and attached to the upright beam, forming a cross. Crucifixion was a gruesome form of execution designed to inflict maximum suffering and humiliation. Jesus endured excruciating pain as he hung on the cross, struggling to breathe and bearing the weight of humanity's sins. While on the cross, Jesus spoke several profound statements, including prayers for forgiveness for his executioners, assurance of paradise to a repentant criminal crucified beside him, and entrusting his mother into the care of the disciple John. After several hours on the cross, Jesus died. According to the Gospels, there were supernatural phenomena surrounding his death, including darkness covering the land and an earthquake. The temple curtain was torn in two, symbolizing the removal of the barrier between God and humanity. Jesus' body was taken down from the cross and buried in a nearby tomb by Joseph of Arimathea, a member of the Jewish Sanhedrin who was secretly a disciple of Jesus. The tomb was sealed with a large stone and guarded by Roman soldiers. The crucifixion of Jesus represents the atoning sacrifice for humanity's sins. Christians believe that through Jesus' death on the cross, he bore the punishment for sin and provided redemption and reconciliation between humanity and God. His resurrection from the dead 3 days later confirms his victory over sin and death, offering hope and eternal life to all who believe in him.